turn on the... Hey, it's the detour.
All right, let's see if I can get out of this town square in one piece. Maybe I should push this over here. Over there? Does that work better? New toy, still figuring all this out. Oh, look, it's an empty street. It's perfect. It's lunchtime. That means it's a driving vlog. And here we are. Do you guys ever get emotionally attached to cars whenever you're driving on the highway or driving long distances? Like, I've had it before when I've like driven to like Massachusetts or whatever, or like been on like car rides to like Van Buren, Ohio, which is like 2.5 or 3 hours away from where I live. And it's one of those that, you know, I'll get very used to like whatever the silver car is in front of me because I don't know makes and models, and it's mainly because they're not guitars and I couldn't give a shit. But I'm kind of like, oh, where are they heading? What's happening here? That looks like a peaceful person. They're not causing trouble. They're staying in the same lane with me. We've been cruising. And yeah, when they leave and they exit, I'm like, oh God, now I have to drive alone? I can't drive alone. I'm not an adult. Some guy just pulled out in front of me. Oh, thank you, Acadia. This is awesome. I appreciate this. You and your white ass pulling out. Maybe I shouldn't say that. And now I get to be at a stop sign. I'm not emotionally attached to this Acadia. He can fuck off. Am I the only one that actually gets full off of Chinese food? I've already said that in the next presidential election that I am voting for Odin because he's the only one that has kept his promise. He said he would get rid of the frost giants. Where are the frost giants? Odin for president. What I think is funny too is a lot of people get really pissed off about that. We're like, you can't joke about that. If it exists, you can joke about it. It's all about time, setting, and the people that you're with. I can guarantee you that every good, sophisticated corporate person in this world has said a joke behind closed doors that if HR knew about it, they would lose their job immediately. I told a joke so funny that HR wants to hear it. But no, and especially when it's people have been poking fun at politics for years. People have been poking fun at religion for years. People have been poking fun at society and all the different quirks that we have. I think that it's fair game. Everything should be laughed at in some way because life itself is funny. Think about it. You're pushed out of a person, which is just weird to think about after, you know, the process of how you even got there, which is even more fucking mind-boggling. And then you spend the next 12 years of your life trying to figure things out until hair starts growing in places that you didn't know was possible. Like, you always know that your dad had chest hair, but the second the first one shows up for you, you're like, oh God, is this gonna happen to me too? What's happening? Ah! Life is just weird. Everything about it's odd. It's like your first kiss is weird. Your first time being intimate is weird. The first time you actually eat a bowl of Cheerios on your own when your mom doesn't have to feed you anymore. That's weird. Life is weird. We cannot avoid this fact. And then there are just sometimes that we just completely overlook things. Like when you think about family get-togethers, like if you were to go to somebody's family get-together that you have never talked to, like the majority of the family, like say it's just one person invited you, and you go there, there's probably going to be some quirks and things that happen that are completely off the wall for you. But for these people, it's completely normal. However, you will be there like, all right, well, am I supposed to laugh or not laugh? Because I laugh at the worst times. It's literally the worst possible timing ever. Especially, I have a coworker that told me something very serious the other day, and he's the type of guy that you can't tell when he's joking. And it was like, it was, you know, severe. It was very, very serious. And sometimes he's used dark humor. And I almost laughed until I realized that, you know, he was being serious, which was then oddly followed up with a very dark story that he did laugh at. I finally let it all out. I couldn't not. It just overwhelmed me. I would trust Odin before I would trust any other candidate that could ever be offered. Although I did see that somebody said, Ted Nugent for president. And my first thought was, Uncle Ted? On election day, I'll be doing the exact same thing that I've been doing for years, which is staying home and minding my own damn business. Which you gotta think, if Odin did take over, I would be curious as to who would be his vice president. Like, you know, like would he be ballsy and be like, you know what, we need Loki in here, he's gotta shake some things up? Or would it be Thor, the god of thunder? Anytime somebody misbehaves, he just lays down and goes, hey, you can't do that anymore. Oh no, Thor's in a cave. I personally would like to see that happen. And you know what, if anything, I think that South Park should make an episode out of it. You know, you could take Asgard, you know, replace the White House with it, because I mean, frankly, would any of us miss it? I mean, I know I wouldn't, but I mean, would any of us really miss it? We'd have a very colorful display, everything would be great. I have to get gas, are you shitting me? Oh, fuck. Is this what this driving vlog was going to be, is to see if I make it in time to the gas station? What if the title of the video, I mean, you guys already know what the title of the video is, but what if the title of the video is, I ran out of gas? Maybe I should run out of gas. Should I just keep driving till I run out? No. People would be upset. I think this is the same road that I killed a bird on once. It was one of those really, really little ones that was sitting in the middle of the road, which I don't know why it does that. Like, any animal that sits in the middle of the road and just stares at a car that is rocketing towards them, I have no sympathy for. But it was small, it was delicate, it was cute, and I was all like, okay, and like, he'll move, he'll be fine. And I got really close, and I'm like, he's not moving. And I think I heard a thunk, and then that was that. How many animals have I killed in my car? This is genocide! We literally operate things every day that could kill a lot of people, and we just are like, all right, I'm gonna drive, you know, this to this place. Like, for me, it's usually a music store or something. But yeah, that's another weird thing. We just accept it. Like, could you imagine if another invention was made that wasn't cars, but it was something that got us from point A to B? I'm still waiting on hovercrafts, because if I can at least, like, levitate to the place I want to go, oh, that's great. You don't have to worry about tires anymore. Well, it would shut down a lot of the profits of, you know, what we do. Huh. Maybe that's why they haven't made flying cars. I'm gonna stop in here and get gas, because I genuinely actually do need to get gas, because I'm not gonna be caught on the side of the road and have to call Eric and be like, oh, come get me, ha! I'm an idiot, but I'm not stupid. Don't worry, I got gas. And I also filled up the car. I will say that I got back in my car and it smells delicious in here. It is wonderful. Okay, let's take a little detour. Now it's a Chevy that's pissing me off. See, I only know a couple of these symbols. I don't know enough about cars to even give a shit. If there was just a pedal that I could push and it would just teleport me anywhere, or if I could just teleport in general, I'd probably still be late. I will say this, there's this guy in my town that every single day that I have come home from work, I have seen him. I have seen him every single day. He's always walking with his kids or his dog, and we make eye contact every day. And I think I saw him at a store, and we did not even acknowledge each other whatsoever. Isn't that weird? Like, when you make eye contact with somebody like multiple times, whether it's like a coworker or if you're in school, you know, and it's the same person every fucking day, and then you hope that they don't think that you're a creep or some shit. Like, that is how it has been for me since I have literally been in middle school. Is that my eyes are constantly moving around all the time. I think fast, I talk fast, it's how it is. Like, 10 people in your entire life, there's like 4 more from now on that I have yet to discover, but I will make eye contact with them, and they're either A, going to be like, oh, there's a friendly person, or B, why the fuck are you looking at me? And thirdly, they look like they want to eat my soul. When I walk past someone in a hallway and they give me a death glare, I think, oh, there's a happy person. Call it my mental health improving or whatever you want to call it, but my lord, like, there are just some people that you can just feel the depression just come off of them. That's not to say that I think that, oh, they don't have a good reason. No, I was emotionally depressed for years, and it's fucking awful. There are just some people, man, where I'm just like, man, you know it's okay to smile. Like, sometimes if you push those things, or if you do some things that you enjoy, even if you don't feel like doing them, you will actually feel better, because at least then you're depressed and you're doing a puzzle, playing a video game, sitting with your significant other, assuming that your life with them is not shit, which if they're watching this video with you, don't look at them. I don't know. I find it very interesting, is that it's, you know, the depression mentality on things and how everything happens in this world. People are just, you know, some people are very sad, but that sadness turns to anger, and that anger turns into just apathy, and apathy then turns into everyone around me is an enemy, which makes the eye contact thing really weird, because again, I never try to. I'm just walking to my office, or I'm walking to the store, or I'm driving past the police station. Thankfully, I've never had a cop that's happened with. He probably would profile me and think I'm an asshole. That's another thing too. People that are like, oh, you gotta watch out. It's the beginning of the month. Cops are out. They gotta meet their quota. First off, there's a big problem with that. This means that they're just pulling anybody over to meet their quota in the hopes that they're going to find somebody, or, oh, you have a warrant or this, while some guy is in his kitchen making meth, selling children online, and doing everything else that he's doing. But hey, at least the cops met their quota. I'm really far from Odin right now. I honestly don't know why anybody would even stick around for this driving vlog. I've pissed off so many people in this. There's a golf cart. Do you guys see that? Yeah, that's right there. You guys see that? Is it for sale? It is for sale. How much do they want for it? Although they probably would be like, yeah, we were going to sell this to you, but You said you wanted Odin for president, so we're not going to sell it to you. Then I don't have a golf cart. I want a golf cart, damn it!